In episode 2, we get to see Anakin's extremely brief relationship with his stepbrother Owen and his girlfriend Beru. After his mother was sold to Owen's father, Shmi was abducted by the Sand People, and, well, we know what happened after this. It's obvious to say that Anakin never felt much for his extended new family, partially blaming them for the kidnapping and torture of his mother before her untimely death in his arms. So what could cause an annihilation of Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru? Well, there are two possibilities here. In the canon Marvel comics, there are thugs sent by the Hutts who run Tatooine to collect a water tax on all homes. Owen rarely paid his on time, if at all. However, this was newly added after Disney took over and wasn't a concept when the original trilogy came out. This leaves just one last person, Darth Vader. Vader was in command and often would have inner conflicts with himself about Anakin and his previous life.
That name no longer has any meaning for me.
Remembering everything, particularly the most memorable moments and the people in them. Obi-Wan, Padme, and his mother, and all the events around them, were just a few to mention. Anakin always secretly blamed their useless action for the result of Shmi's death. So, who killed Luke's uncle and aunt? Well, in the now Legends book The Rise and Fall of Darth Vader, there is a part where Vader recollects on his orders of killing his extended family. The scene takes place as Vader receives a transmission from his stormtrooper squadron on Tatooine, where he personally gave them the order to kill Owen and Beru Lars, and that he knew who he was condemning to death before he gave the order. "Lord Vader," said one of the sand troopers, adjusting a control on his helmet so that only Vader could hear his voice. "The Jawas sold a protocol droid and an astromech to these moisture farmers, but both droids are gone." Intrigued, Vader examined the holograms of the kneeling couple and said,
"The farmers' names?"
"Owen and Beru Lars, sir," the sand trooper responded. "They say they don't know where the droids are, but it looks like a land speeder is missing from their garage." Owen and Beru, Vader recalled.
"Tell Mr. and Mrs. Lars that they seem to have trouble keeping protocol droids on their property."
Not certain if he had heard them correctly, the sand trooper said, "Sir?"
"Then you may extend to them every courtesy that you showed the Jawas before you continue your search. Establish checkpoints to detain any droids entering Mos Espa or Mos Eisley spaceports. And one more thing.
"Yes, sir."
"Do not stop transmitting until I break the connection."
"Understood," said the sand trooper. Vader watched the sand troopers carry out his orders on their helpless victims. He found the sight of rising flames, even holograms of flames burning millions of light years away, to be most satisfying. This is some pretty dark information. I believe Owen and Beru were either meant to have been captured and questioned as bait for Luke, or simply once Vader recalled who they were, his hatred took over and he ordered for their incineration. I always originally thought it was Boba Fett, due to this alluding scene.
But I want them alive. No disintegrations.
The time that this book came out, Lucas was still in charge, and now that Disney bought the rights, they've deemed every story that had to do with the previous movies and everything in it about the storyline and characters as uncanon. I just don't think that's right, seeing as how it all has to do with the time the movies were made in by the original writers and validated third-party writers. I wonder if Disney will write a new ending for Owen and Beru's death, if they ever touch up on it. What do you think? Do you think it's possible? I really don't see anyone else who would have done it, and why such a gruesome way of killing them too. There were definitely vengeful emotions behind this. Let me know below in the comments. If you guys have any topics that you'd like for me to research further and give my theories on, write it to me and the others in the comments below. Check out yesterday's double upload, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. As always, my fellow Jedi and Sith friends, have a great day or night wherever you are watching this in the galaxy. I'll see you all in tomorrow's episode of Star Wars Theory. Until then, remember,
The Force will be with you. Always.
Now, fulfill your destiny.
They're dead. Every single one of them.